Hey everyone, today we're going to be opening up this can of SURSTROMMING. It's the world's stinkiest fish, and we're going to see how bad it really is and how it tastes. Is it going to be unbearable? How bad is it going to make this room stink? So, I purchased this about a month ago on eBay. Now this stuff, it's coming from overseas. I'm amazed. It got to me in only 2 weeks. Now, if we take a quick look at this container, it's extremely bulged. There's a ton of pressure, it looks like, inside this can. So it's going to release a lot of air and go tss, and I bet it's going to stink really bad. And then later, the remains of the can, we're going to put outside, see what kind of wild animal this may attract. It's going to reek. So we're going to start off by opening this thing up. But first, I'm going to give you guys a quick look at the can, and then we're going to translate it. All right, everybody, here's a close-up look at this can. And here's a translation of what this says. And here's a translation of what this says. When this was shipped to me, it came in bubble wrap, inside a little box, inside an envelope. It was packed very nicely. There's a lot of scrapes and scratches all over this can. Must have happened before it was packaged and shipped to me. If you take a look, this can is extremely bulged, which is amazing. It's not expired or anything. If you look at this, it has a very short shelf life, or maybe they just held on to it for a while. It expires this November, or I mean this December. A lot of pressure in here. Let's go ahead and puncture this, see how bad this is going to reek. Alright, today we're going to be using this P51 can opener to open this thing up. And if anyone's interested in buying this fish, I will leave a link in the description. Alright, here we go. This is probably going to stink. We're going to puncture it right now. It looks like there's going to be a lot of pressure coming out of this thing. Oh! What the heck? Oh yeah, that does reek. It's all over my hands, all over my body, all over my face, all over the wall probably. It's absolutely everywhere. Are you kidding me? I gotta go wash off my hands and take a shower as soon as I'm done with this. Alright, I'm back. That thing is under so much pressure. Look at it. I'm back 5 minutes later. It's still bubbling out of that hole. And right before I entered the room, I heard it go, shh. It's still erupting. What the heck? Alright, it doesn't smell nearly as bad as I thought. But I would describe what I'm smelling similar to this. This is a prank product you can buy on eBay. I would say it kind of smells similar to this. It's very potent, this stuff. It's horrible. And look at it, it's still bubbling. It thinks it's funny. Alright, I don't have time for this. I want to get this out of the way. It's horrible. I'm grabbing a different can opener. I have to get rid of this smell. You know, the smell is not as bad as I expected it to be. The fact that it's all over me, the room, is what's kind of irritating. It's getting irritating. I've never had a can, new or old, ever explode like that. But I can tell it's a very greasy product. And yes, I'm using a different can opener today, the Black & Decker. Because I only use my old rival can opener for old food. I do not look forward to cleaning this room. Not at all. But I'm hoping this will attract some kind of animal outside. I gotta wash my hands again as soon as I get this thing open. Oh, it's still spraying. Well, here we have it. I'm going to show this to you guys after I wash my hands again. When this thing's sprayed, it's all over the back of the camera screen. Some of it's probably on the lens. It's probably a little bit into this carpet. Oh, I'm hoping that smell goes away. Oh, wow. It has to be on the wall the way it's sprayed. I don't see it. I'm hoping the smell just disappears. I'm going to have to open some windows as soon as I'm done with this. I don't want... There's a lot of traffic going by. I keep the windows shut during filming. Look at this. This fish has to be rotting or something. You see that? It's continuing to bubble. It's continuing to bubble. But I have to give this a taste test. This can cost whole 35 bucks. Oh, that is so foul and gross. Oh my gosh. Yeah, now that it's out of the can, it makes you want to puke. Oh, this is so bad. Yeah, now I can really understand why so many people barf just at the sight of opening this. Look, it's still bubbling. There's bubble coming out of the fish's skin between the meat. That's why this thing had so much pressure. It's the product just building pressure in there. Because the can, it doesn't look bulged anymore. It went back to its normal shape now that the pressure's gone. All right, we gotta... Oh, look at that. It's weird. That fish's tail is moving. It's like straightening out now that it's out of the can. All right, let's give this a taste test and get this out into the yard. Hopefully, something comes to eat it. As far as the trail camera, I haven't put food out there in 2 weeks, but Coyote's been coming to check every day since, regardless. If you look really closely at this fish, it's still bubbling like crazy. Oh, there goes the tail. There we go. Tail straightening out. These fish are coming back to life. Alright, I'm starting to get used to this smell. It's not even that bad. I bet it'll be potent when I come back in from outside. Alright. Oh, what the heck? When I pick it up, it feels like stuff's moving inside. It's full of bubbles. It's fizzing. It feels fuzzy like a bath bomb when you touch it. Has anyone ever used one of those little fizzy bath bombs like you get at the dollar store? That's what it feels like as I'm holding it. It's bubbling like crazy. Yeah. One of the saltiest things I've ever tasted. My mouth full of tiny little bones. Other than the horrific smell and just looking at this thing oozing, being gross, it's extremely salty. Doesn't taste that bad. Like, seriously, if the smell wasn't here, I could eat this. It literally, it should be cooked or cooked into something. I think that would help out with this a lot. The texture is absolutely horrible. I gotta show you guys how when you squeeze this stuff, it oozes and it fizzes up. All right, hopefully you guys am I gonna be able to see this stuff fizzing up? Can you see that? See little bubbles coming out of it? Now, I squeezed a bit there. You don't really have to squeeze it. Barely have to squeeze it. Just holding the skin, you can feel the inside fizzing. It feels like it's a carbonated fish. Now, it's full of so much gas. Oh, wow, look at this piece. When I picked it up, it was like a solid. It fizzed, and now it's a pile of mush. So, I'm used to it now. To be honest, not as stinky as something. Not as stinky as I thought it was going to be. It actually tastes good. I just can't get over the slimy texture. The slimy texture is horrible. I guess you could say my lips are a little bit dry, so it burned my lips because it's pure salt. That's how they're preserving this. Very stinky. I'm going to go wash my hands one more time. We're going to get this stuff outside in front of a trail camera. We're going to come back in here, and we are going to clean this place extremely well. Okay, I was out of the room for about 5 minutes, going to get the kitty cat. I want to see what the cat thinks of this, because it is fish. If the cat wants, he can get a little taste himself. Coming back into the room, it's pretty bad, but just being in here, 10 seconds. I'm used to it again. And that doesn't smell as bad as advertised. To me, it smells like a giant fart mixed with fish. Let's see what the cat thinks. I'm not going to let him have too much. It's very salty. Maybe the cat wants to... No, you don't want to try any? I want to see if the cat's going to... Oh, even the cat doesn't want it. Or maybe he's just scared to be up on the table. Let's see if he'll even get a little sniff of that. What do you think? Nope. Cat's not having it. And there he goes, slowly walking out of the room. And that tells you a lot. This cat loves eating fish. Loves eating shrimp. It loves eating seafood. Maybe the cat's just uncomfortable. The cat's going to take a dump right now. So here's the deal. Here's what I'm going to do. Take one of them, and I'm going to supervise the cat. Yes, I don't want the cat to eat bones. Actually, no. I'm going to take this very slimy piece, which may be the fish's... Oh yeah, most likely the fish's organ. Just taking a little piece, because I'm going to bring some upstairs where the cat usually eats. Maybe he'll be more comfortable trying it. I don't think the cat wants this. This is pretty nasty. All right, everybody, we're now walking outside. Being careful not to spill this. I'm sure the late time animals are gonna love this. It's pretty warm out today. Right now it's about almost 70 out, and it's, yep. So I'm hoping the warm weather will make this spread pretty far. Just gonna put it down right here. And oh, that smells horrible. I'm gonna activate the trail camera. If anyone's interested in the trail camera, I'm probably gonna do a review video on this on my other channel next week. Just want to make sure I test it before I recommend it to someone. You've been using these for about 3 months or so. I can't really predict the future on them. Okay, so... Alright, according to this, it's 60 degrees. Not as warm as I thought. So, basically just hit start. And in 30 seconds, it will start making video clips. Make sure it's angled pretty well, which it is. Hopefully our coyote friend shows up soon. Usually comes by every day at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. is in about 1 hour. Hear those nice tree frogs around? Alright, it's time to try to exterminate the smell. All right, we're gonna see if the cat will give it another try in a familiar setting. Come here. Nope. No, no, no. There you go, so he is hungry. Cat just didn't like the fish. It smelled too bad. Alright everyone, so the house stinks. I don't think this is gonna go away for probably a day or two. And tonight I gotta work on getting rid of the smell. At least the can doesn't smell much like anything anymore. I hope today's video was interesting, everyone. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Alright everybody, it's the next morning. We're gonna see what came to eat the fish. I think it's gonna be the coyote. I think it got everything. Let's see if I'm right. Otherwise, I would think it was a crow, would be my second guess. Here's the camera. The fish is all gone. There's still some of the nasty juices. You can see there's so many tiny little flies buzzing around it. Approaching it, you could smell it. There's not much wind today. Oh, that's awful. Just being over it, it's wafting everywhere. Well, these flies can enjoy it for a while. I'm gonna leave this plate to get rained on. I don't want to touch it right now. I'm done with that smell. That was so hard to get out of the house. In fact, it's still there in the house 14 hours later. Oh, I forgot the can opener right in it. You can see how salty it was. It rusted the whole thing immediately. Oh, gross. Now my finger reeks just by touching that. So, this was the worst smelling thing I've ever opened as far as since I've been doing this channel. But it went away faster than the time I opened 1980 Spam. That Spam lingered in the house for about 3 days. Last night, it made other people here uncomfortable that I live with. But at least it was completely manageable within 4 hours. You can still smell it a little bit in little corners of the house that have no ventilation. But opening all the windows with box fans sure worked out. And I'm happy it's gone. Today's going to be a very hot day. And it's a good idea to close down the house. juices. You can see there's so many tiny little flies buzzing around it, approaching it. You could smell it. There's not much wind today.